got the players on the right sides. We got Koisy up here on the winner's side of Grand Finals. Magnify, the challenger here on the loser's side here, needs 6 games to close this out. And we're going to see if Koisy can close it out quickly in 3. What's going to happen here?
Cetrion.
Koisy, what is he gonna opt to? Oh, okay.
Ass.
Random
Nature
select, but
girl.
nope, just going back to Cetrion.
I like it. Koisy looking to secure the victory quickly, although I am seeing Born Again at the bottom of my screen. So an interesting selection in the Cetrion setup here. But it does look like we will have ourselves a Cetrion mirror for Grand Finals. So I'm going to turn the stream off. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. This is actually going to be interesting. Despite the fact that, you know, people complain about Cetrion and blah, 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 this is going to be interesting because all this complaints that Cetrion gets, a Cetrion mirror is not a common theme of many events, right? Like, there's only a handful of players that can actually play Cetrion at the level necessary to get this far. And here today, we've got 2 of them in our Grand Finals. So this is going to be an interesting setup between these 2 characters. Is the also, I think, the variation sort of difference between Born Again versus Spring Cleaning. How is that going to play a part? A lot of Hell's Wrath so far from the start.
Interesting how this match is going to be played.
Also, how are we going to identify which? It looks like Magnify is the more seafoam green, watery looking one, and Koisy has the darker, it looks like he's wearing the Egyptian skin.
Yeah.
So,
Mog's tentacles kind of things on the back of his.
yeah, they look like lays.
Yeah, they do look like.
On a millennium. Although, you know, good luck to the folks watching at home trying to figure out which one's which, because I'm going to mispronounce it over and over again. I'm going to rely heavily on trying to read the health bars. And we got a controller death, never mind.
Yeah, Koisy's controller died.
There has been so much health wrath. I'd asked somebody to count, but honestly, that number's going to be huge. Back to back with the Hell's Wrath. Here's the thing though, whoever Hell's Wrath second sometimes ends up getting the win, right? Because you float over theirs, and then they're falling, and they fall right into yours. So, it's interesting the way that interaction ends up working out. And that's going to be Koisy taking round 1 here in this mirror match. He's also using the Born Again version. He's not going to have access to the Geyser or that water teleport, which we see Magnify trying to use, but hasn't been able to really get a lot of momentum with it.
Making his approach. Nice block from Koisy. Ooh, but the challenge from Magnify is going to take the advantage of that. Going to throw him full screen. Starts him zoning up. The other advantage that Magnify has in this matchup is he has Geyser while Koisy does not. Which is, I feel like that's the biggest part. It's more combo extensions, more damage, more of a threat full screen.
Yeah, absolutely. Alright, here we go. Sends that tornado across. Ooh, okay, there's the punish, though, with the rock wall, and the guys are now coming out. Gotta be careful. Alright, here's another rock wall coming out, and then right into the Hell's Wrath from Koisy. Koisy has quite the life lead here, although you do have to now worry about the fatal blow here from Magnify, and which is about to also be a threat. Oh, jumps right into it. Was that on purpose? That almost looked choreographed. Jumping right into that that crushing blow. I was about to say that fatal blow was going to be available, but that actually does enough damage to go right through fatal blow territory there for Koisy. Okay, catches him with the vine grab. And here we go. There's the flawless block attack though from Magnify, and this is something that's going to kind of play a role in the fact that they do play with one another often. So some of the timing on their counter poke game might be sort of something that they're aware of, and they'll start to exploit. More assault here, and setting up the rock wall. I think that's the rocks, right? Those are the rocks?
Yeah, those are the rocks.
I thought it would glow green. It glows white. That is weird. Haven't seen that before in the actual game. Oh, does it change colors based on the skin? That makes sense. Wow, make it difficult. And here's the brutality from Koisy with the throw brutal. And that's going to be Koisy taking game 1.
She's just relaxing, it's all.
Yeah, she looks fine, actually.
She honestly looks more fine than like the other brutality.
Yeah, definitely have seen some people in significantly more dire straits and just more damaged. So, you can probably get some duct tape, and put that together real quick. You'll be fine.
Yeah, she only needs an eye or two.
I mean, Kano was able to recover from what looks like a similar set of injuries, right?
Yeah, there you go. Just become Kano 2.0.
Exactly. The female rock throwing Kano. I think that's honestly an upgrade. All right, here we go. So Koisy obviously going to be stuck with Cetrion and stuck with the Born Again version of Cetrion. But what are we going to see from Magnify?
I think that match
Yeah,
was
Magnify has already qualified for the finals. But if Magnify wins, Koisy can't gatekeep anymore, and Magnify gets to be the only one gatekeeping, and Izzy, because Izzy hasn't tried to gatekeep. So, but if Koisy wins, then Koisy gets to attempt to gatekeep again, and one of you fuckers has to figure out how to beat him next time. And next time he's not going to be seed 60 because the RNG will hopefully give him a different number. So who knows?
Would you just put like a number generator or something?
Yeah, I just went to a random number generator and rolled the dice, and it gave him, out of 1 through 60, it gave him 60. It was ridiculous.
One being, as are all gods of the
Round 1.
Stop talking to yourself. And he had the same exact thought in their head. Hell's Wrath. Oh, but the guys are caught him in the last hit when he's trying to jump off of it. Interesting.
How would you prefer to do it, Jump Fox? I'm open to suggestions. This is just the idea I had because I didn't like that in the CGL tournaments, if somebody won, they had to not play in tournaments for a while. And that was not fun, especially because that took many months. So that was like 3 months of Koisy can't play again after he won the first one. So I wanted to have some kind of system where people could come and still participate, but not like at the end of the tournament have all 7 of them always playing and, you know, giving the spot to 8th place. So kind of a risk if people keep going. Ooh, crushing blow. So I'm open to suggestions if we want to approach it differently. This is still a R&D project, right? Like there's still room for improvement. Like we're gonna try to get a Matcherino. I like the idea. Ooh, okay, there we go. So Magnify taking round 1 here. Putting one on the board for the spring cleaning side. Also, we got Puke over in the chat. The secret best on Xbox. Koisy doesn't want him to compete. It's 8 players join or play at the end, and whoever wins the qualifying tournaments, which is what we're running right now, are going to play in those 8 tournaments. I haven't decided how seeding for that works, but I guess everybody starts at kind of the same position, so maybe we'll probably put into consideration if people were gate kept or not. So if you didn't get gate kept for your victory, you'll obviously get a higher seed. But it's just 8 players that make it into that, and either you win a tournament or you're the highest placer of 3 that haven't won a tournament. So in this, only Koisy's the only other one that's qualified. So if Koisy wins, Magnify will make it. If Magnify and Koisy both gatekeep next time, then what will happen is, you know, only one of them can win the tournament, so only one of them will be able to continue gatekeeping further, right? One of them will beat the other at some point if it comes down to the end. But if they both try to gatekeep during the same tournament and they both make it as far as they can, then 3rd place gets it. Right now it's just Koisy and Izzy, and Koisy and Izzy would get the top 2 seeds. Especially because there was no Izzy won the first one, and Koisy wasn't available on that one though technically, but you know, Koisy didn't have anybody in his way either. So yeah.
Pick up the trait. For Koisy, not sure what that one really does. It's just like a bunch of random ones.
We'll see about maybe putting a limit on it. I don't think 1 is the right limit, but we'll see about maybe putting a limit on it. I think 1 is too short. I think 1, because it's impressive for Koisy to win 2 tournaments, and it's impressive for him to win 3. Like, it's impressive for him to do. But I think maybe we can think about a limit. Because everybody else still makes it. It's not like he keeps people from making it in. And, I mean, on the winner side, Koisy didn't even play a bunch of matches. He played less matches, so, like, he didn't knock anybody out of the tournament. He just knocked people into the losers bracket.
Yeah, it's conversion off the rock wall. Koisy gonna take game 2.
Another brutality, this time on the other throw.
Cetrion wins.
Both throw brutals coming up.
But if Koisy's that good and Koisy wins all the tournaments, then in some ways it's like, okay, well, Koisy should win because he's the best. He's proving it right there. Nobody's been able to beat him. So I'm not opposed to that. And people still qualify and are still getting the second places every time, right? Especially if he's, you know, continuing to gatekeep it or whatever. But we'll see. We'll see. If Koisy wins like 5 tournaments, maybe we'll see. Maybe we'll just try to make Koisy busy. Maybe one of you guys can distract Koisy, give him some sort of chores to do next Friday so that he can't show up and gatekeep. I don't know.
Give some chores.
Yeah. Do some sort of prank call at his house,
the
you know,
lawn.
make up some sort of story. Just tell him you need a ride somewhere, and you're the only one that can take that. He's the only one that can take you, and just take him on some stupid, wild goose chase to some hospital that doesn't even exist. I don't know. Get creative, guys. There are ways that you can make this work.
Just get him for some reason, just make him travel the country. Just explore the world.
Exactly. Buy him a ticket to some sort of museum or like fair
There
that he
you go.
can't pass up. Like, no, dude, instead of playing in the tournament, I think you really should just go to the library and check out this book signing or whatever.
I know your favorite author.
Concert tickets. Yeah, it'll be kind of like the Final Combat seeding. Although I am going to take into consideration if people were gate kept or not. Like if you win with a second place, that's going to have an asterisk versus if somebody wins in a tournament that Koisy didn't get gate kept. Or because there are other people that can gate kept too. It's not just Koisy. We can't just base it on Koisy only. Maybe we'll consider the gatekeeping or who the gatekeeper is too. But there, you know, there's other stuff to weight it. But for the most part, it's going to be just kind of based on how they got it. It's only 8 players, so it's not going to be too crazy what the seeding ultimately ends up being anyway.
I mean, if you all qualify for a tournament, I'm pretty sure you guys are mostly on the same level, so
Yeah, exactly.
shouldn't matter as much.
Same level. All right, here we go. Back and forth here with these fire strings. Neither one of them able to find an opening, though. Oh, man, back and forth with the Hell's Wrath, but it's whoever does it last that gets it. Teleporting just in time to get away from that boulder here.
Ooh, got hit.
And now
Really
the
hard.
patient.
Make the patience for both players. Nice
Yeah,
low
I
attack.
can maybe do a point system too. I can potentially look at it from like a point system. I think though, what ends up happening with that is that like Koisy will, and I guess that's part of the perk of all the gatekeeping that you do also earns you more points, right? So because Izzy's already qualified, so Izzy doesn't need to play again, so Izzy can't keep stacking his points compared to somebody that gets 3rd place over and over again and has a, you know what I mean? So there's a way that the points can kind of throw things off to some extent because it's winning is enough to qualify. But maybe we should do it that winning isn't enough to qualify and just have it everybody has to play all the time. But then what if Koisy wins all the tournaments and there's no reason to ever say Koisy can't enter? Like, I'm giving you guys a chance to keep Koisy from entering and winning, but if Koisy's got to keep stacking the points like the first round of CGL, then he's going to win all the tournaments like CGL 1.
Oh, drops combo. Get a 1 right there, but could always Mog live for a little more. Push him towards the corner. This is where he can make his comeback with short hops. Gotta take it.
Koisy has done it 3-0 in the finals, looking for the maybe Mercy here. Yep, there's the Mercy. One more chance here for Magnify.
Guys are connecting for Magnify. Ooh, baited the clip special.
Dude, I gave him the final seed. I gave him seed 60. His very first match was against Cyclone, who is like an insanely good player from the PlayStation side. He won the LCQ trip qualifier, and Koisy won. Like that was like the hardest match that Koisy was potentially even gonna get. His first round, and he beat Cyclone, and Cyclone almost got him, but Koisy beat him. I mean, I don't want to cater super heavily to the winner, but I do want to make it. I don't want to have people win and then feel like they can't enter again, because that was not fun. And of course, you know, Koisy brings the viewership too, right? Koisy's good. Koisy's a solid player. People want to see who can finally topple the dragon. And today, everybody was found wanting because Koisy will be taking yet another tournament here. Magnify still qualifying though, but Koisy is going to be snagging the top spot yet again. Gate kept successful.